Now we have seen the 4 rules of drawing the ray diagram. Now let us use any 2 of those. We don't need to use all the 4 rules. Select any 2 of the rules. By using the 2 rules, let us draw the ray diagram and find out how the images are formed in the concave mirror. For example, imagine the object is beyond sea, that is behind the sea, somewhere very far from the sea. So I am selecting the rule where the first rule is when a light ray passing parallel to the principal axis, after touching the reflecting surface, it is passing out from the focus. The light ray is passing from the parallel to the principal axis, touching the mirror, it is passing out from the pole. Now let me take another rule where the second rule states that when the light ray passes from the center of curvature, it is passing in the same path. Here, these 2 lines coincide at a point here. This is the intersecting point of these 2 light rays. This intersecting point where these 2 light rays are meeting, here our image is generated. Here our image is formed. That means whenever the light is beyond the sea, the object is beyond the sea, the image is formed in between the sea and F. If you see, this object is a real image. This image is a real image. How do I say this is a real image? Because this image is formed by the intersecting of real rays. So that is the reason I say this is a real image. It is forming inside the mirror. This is beyond the mirror. So the image is formed inside the mirror. That is the reason I say this is the real image. Now, what is the type of the mirror? Now, type of the image. It is straight or it is reverse? It is reverse. We call it as inverted. The image is inverted. The image is falling in an opposite direction. That is the reason I say it is an inverted mirror. Now, what is the size of an image? Is it same to the object? No, it is small. We call it as diminished. It is diminished. So, when an object is beyond C, the image is formed between C and F. The second one is when an object is at C, exactly on the C. Light ray coming parallel to the principal axis, after reflecting on the surface, moving out from the focus. The second rule is when the light is passing from the focus, after reflecting surface, it is moving in a parallel direction. These 2 meeting point is where our image is generated. Here the image is formed. That means exactly opposite, exactly below the object only. So here the image is created in front of the mirror. In front of the mirror, that is the reason what do you call? Is it a real image? Yes, it is a real image. Now what type of image it is? It is straight or it is reverse? It is reverse. So it is an inverted image. Size of the image, it is same size, similar, same size. Where it is forming, the image is formed at C itself only, at the center of curvature. So when an object is at C, the image is also formed at center of curvature. So the next one is when an object is placed between center of curvature and the focus. The object is between center of curvature and the focus. So when the light ray is parallel to the principal axis, we know it passes out from the focus. And the second rule is when the light ray is passing from the focus, after touching the reflecting surface, it is moving back here. That means the interaction of these two mirrors is taking place behind the sea. behind the C. The interaction of these two light rays is taking behind the C. Now, what kind of an image is this? This is a real image again. It is forming inside the mirror only. The next one is, what is the type, whether it is straight or reverse? It is reverse. So we call it as inverted image. It is an inverted image again. Now what is the size of an image? It is magnified. It is magnified. The object size is small, but when you see the image size, that is magnified. It is zoomed. So it is magnified. It is magnified image. Next one, where the image is forming? It is forming beyond C. It is forming beyond C. The next one is when the object is at focus, at F. First rule, when it is parallel, when the light ray is parallel, after touching the reflecting surface, it is moving out from focus. The next one is, we don't have and we can't use second rule and we can't use the third rule. Let us go for the fourth rule. So when the light ray is touching at pole, it is moving back in an opposite direction of the pole. Where now you see these interaction point is taking place at very far. We can say that means the image can be formed at infinity. The image is formed at infinity. That means very zoomed and very highly magnified image can be drawn. So what are the characteristics now? It is a real image. Yes, the image is formed inside the mirror. Yes, this is a real image. And the image is inverted only. That means reverse. Next, what is the type of the mirror? It is small? No. It is large? No. It is highly magnified. Very highly magnified. Highly magnified. Now, where the image is formed? The image is formed at infinity. So, the image is formed at infinity. So, the last one is when an object is placed between focus and pole, when the light ray is passing parallel, obviously from the focus it is moving back, and when the light ray is passing from the poles, it is moving back in an opposite direction. So you see here there is no chance of these light ray meeting at a point. They are diverted. Both the light rays are diverted. There is no chance for them to meet at an infinity point also. At this point, what happens? Let us try to extend this behind. These meeting points behind. So, here the image is formed. Here the image is formed. When the light rays the meeting points are reflected back, here the image is formed. Now, if you can see, what type of an image is this? The image is virtual image. Virtual image. What is virtual or duplicate? We can say it as duplicate or virtual image, because this image is not formed by actual interaction of the real rays, but they have been extended back. This is the original rays, but they are not forming with the original rays. No, they are extended back behind. That means that. Okay. So the light rays are extended back. At an extending point, you are getting an image. So that is the reason this is a virtual image. So what is the type? It is straight image. It is erect. You call it as erect. Straight, you call it as erect. And what kind of an size of the image? It is enlarged. This is an enlarged image. The next one, where it is forming? The image, when an object is placed between F and P, the image is forming behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. The image is formed behind the mirror. If you see all the cases from the beginning, all the 5 cases from the beginning, one thing is constant that you have to remember, the small trick. As the object is coming forward, if you see, as the object is coming forward, it is moving in this direction, in your right hand side direction, the image is moving towards your left hand direction. That is the only easy trick that you can find out. The image is forming in your left hand direction. As the object is going closer, it is closing, it is moving forward to the mirror, the image is moving away from the mirror. That is the only simple thing that you have to keep in mind. Object moving forward, image moving behind. Thank you.